Welcome to tonight's regional news. We turn now to news from Trinidad and Tobago. Police have launched a manhunt for two suspects who fatally shot a former member of the Medical Board of Trinidad and Tobago just meters away from his Wallerfield home yesterday. Dr. Vincent Chiang was shot twice in his chest after he tried to defend himself from the two men who ambushed him while he was attempting to remove a wooden pallet from the roadway as he left home to make his way to his Port of Spain office. It is suspected that the men may have wanted to take Chiang's silver pickup van, however, nothing was taken from him. The two suspects were seen running away from the scene. According to a police report, at about 4:30 a.m., Chiang, 75, had just left his home at Lover's Lane in Wallerfield when residents reported that he came out of his van just around the corner from his house. It is believed he noticed a wooden pallet across the gravel road and he got out to move it. He was ambushed by the two suspects. Police said Chiang made an attempt to defend himself when he whipped out a knife from a sack on his waist and attempted to stab at one of the men. That was when he was shot twice. Chiang's body was found lying next to his vehicle. Police are also investigating another theory that there may have been a hit on Chiang's life, but a motive is yet to be determined. Chiang was known as an advocate for healthy living. He encouraged people to enjoy the fruits of their endless labor from their most productive years so as to live a healthy, active, and stress-free retirement. Chiang was given an instrument of appointment to the Medical Board of TNT in 2011. We now turn to news from Jamaica. The Andrew Holness-led cabinet will be asked to agree to amending laws to allow convicts who have abandoned criminality for an extended period of time to have their records expunged. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck, speaking on Tuesday during his contribution to the sectorial debate, said he was looking to have the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act further amended so that more people can have their records expunged as long as it can be shown that for an extended prolonged period of time they have put crime behind them. Referencing a pastor who Chuck said he knew of, the minister told Parliament that the man had been charged with murder, convicted of manslaughter, but turned his life around and has been preaching for the last 25 years. This pastor, however, cannot get his record expunged because the act does not currently allow for it. Over 1,000 Jamaicans have had their criminal records expunged in the last recent months, the minister reported to the Parliament. This is the opportunity for Jamaicans to be given a second chance to make positive contribution to society. Chuck said 1,915 expungement applications were received in the 2018-2019 fiscal year. And finally, in Trinidad and Tobago, little Lucia Miza sat on the street hungrily licking an empty pack of biscuits while her mother tried to find accommodation for them to spend the night. The 5-year-old child was among 105 people picked up by the police during a massive crackdown on illegal Venezuelans on Wednesday. Among those arrested were 4 Venezuelan police officers and a fire officer. Miza had been on a boat from Tucupita with her mother and several other children since Tuesday night. They arrived at beach camp Palo Seco before dawn. They walked 2 miles to a forest camp where they were rounded up and arrested by police. 35 Venezuelans were held in Erin, 58 at Beach Camp, and 12 at Cedros. Looking harassed and scared, the Venezuelans were taken to the Sierra police station where they were interrogated. They were released from custody around 5 p.m. after getting an order of supervision clearance from the Immigration Division to stay until July. However, police said more arrests are imminent. While some celebrated their release, many were worried about where they would spend the night. A few of them were seen flagging down cars, hoping to get transportation to their destinations. Eventually, it was the media who provided them with telephone calls and made arrangements to get them safely to their relatives, friends, and contacts. Last night, a further 12 people were picked up in the forest and taken to the station. A boat was also said to be out at sea waiting to dock. The Ministry of National Security has imposed a crackdown on ferries that bring Venezuelans at Cedros, and since this, more Venezuelans are risking their lives to come through illegal points along the coastline. Since the influx, residents of these areas have been very wary of going to the beaches because of an increase in smuggling, contraband, and trafficking. Amal Griffith reporting for Hgp Nightly News.